In moments when the world feels like it's falling apart, there's a powerful truth most people overlook. Some individuals don't break under pressure, they rise above it. And today we're diving into why women often rise when men panic, revealing the psychology, instincts, and emotional intelligence behind this incredible difference. This video will take you deep into survival behavior, stress responses, brain wiring, and real-world patterns that explain how strength often emerges in unexpected places. So if you're ready to understand this phenomenon on a whole new level, stay with me till the end and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss content that opens your eyes to what really shapes human behavior. 1. Emotional processing advantage. Women often rise when men panic because their brains are naturally wired to process emotions more deeply before reacting, allowing them to stay grounded in moments when things feel overwhelming and chaotic. Their ability to name emotions, understand them, and manage them creates a buffer between fear and action. This emotional awareness acts like a built-in stabilizer, helping them avoid impulsive decisions that panic usually triggers. Instead of shutting down under pressure, they often turn inward, analyze the situation, and respond with clarity. This processing advantage becomes extremely powerful in stressful environments. It gives them emotional clarity when others are drowning in confusion. This doesn't mean they don't feel fear. It means they handle it differently. By understanding what they feel, they control their behavior instead of letting the moment control them. That is why in many critical situations, women keep calm while men struggle to regain control. Their emotional depth becomes an asset. Their ability to stay open and self-aware reduces panic. And this creates space for stronger, more thoughtful decisions. 2. Multitasking under pressure. When panic hits a group, the ability to multitask becomes extremely valuable, and women often excel in this area due to both biological and social conditioning. They naturally juggle multiple thoughts, responsibilities, and emotional cues at once, allowing them to keep functioning even when stress levels explode. Instead of freezing, their brains shift into organized action mode. This gives them an edge in situations where many things collapse simultaneously. While others may focus on one issue in panic, they split their focus effectively. This ability to handle multiple layers of stress helps them rise above chaotic patterns. It means they maintain functionality longer. They adapt faster to sudden shifts. Their thinking stays flexible. They see connections between problems instead of being overwhelmed by them. And this adaptive mental flow turns panic into productivity instead of paralysis. This mental distribution also helps them make balanced decisions instead of rushing into the first reaction that comes to mind. It prevents emotional overload from turning into emotional shutdown. It strengthens their ability to prioritize rapidly, choosing what matters most when everything feels important at once. 3. Stress response differences. Biology plays a major role, and research shows that under threat, women often experience a tend and befriend response, while men experience fight or flight. The tend and befriend response naturally lowers panic because it pushes women toward problem-solving, bonding, and cooperative solutions. Instead of reacting aggressively or shutting down, they search for stability and connection. This physiological pattern helps regulate stress hormones more effectively. It makes women less likely to react impulsively. They lean toward protection and strategy rather than confrontation or escape. This instinctive difference shapes behavior emergencies. It helps maintain emotional equilibrium. Panic loses power when the mind seeks connection rather than chaos. And this biological foundation becomes a hidden strength during difficult moments. This stress response also encourages communication instead of silence, which prevents misunderstandings that lead to panic escalation. It promotes group unity when fear threatens to divide people. It helps women focus on long-term survival rather than short-term emotional impulses. It creates a calming presence that influences the environment around them. 4. Higher social awareness. Women often rise in stressful moments because their social awareness gives them deeper insight into people's emotions, intentions, and reactions. They read facial expressions, tone shifts, and hidden cues faster than most men, which allows them to respond intelligently instead of panicking blindly. This awareness helps them predict problems before they escalate. It also creates stronger teamwork and communication. Their ability to understand people prevents misunderstandings that often lead to panic. They notice emotional tension and act accordingly. They shift strategies when a group begins to collapse emotionally. Their instincts lean toward harmony and stabilization. This heightened sensitivity becomes a form of leadership. It helps keep groups calm. It transforms fear into cooperation, and it allows them to rise when the environment becomes unstable. 5. Patience as a strength. Patience is one of the most underrated forms of power, and women often tap into it naturally during high-stress situations. When panic rises, patience slows everything down internally, preventing emotional explosions or rushed decisions. Women often allow themselves to sit with uncertainty longer. They tolerate emotional discomfort without crashing. This patience makes space for thoughtfulness and wisdom. It reduces fear by reducing urgency. It turns stress into strategy. It allows them to examine situations from multiple angles. This slower, steadier approach gives them a huge advantage in chaotic moments. It also prevents mistakes. Panic fades when patience rises, and this inner calm becomes a stabilizing force for everyone around them. 6. Emotional resilience built over time. Life experiences often build emotional resilience in women from an early age, helping them stay composed when pressure peaks. Society trains them to navigate complex emotional situations, expectations, and responsibilities, which strengthens their ability to handle stress. This resilience shows up in tough moments through calmness, clarity, and emotional endurance. It gives them the power to stay steady when the environment becomes unpredictable. They bounce back from emotional hits faster. They manage fear with more maturity. They adapt to change without collapsing. Their resilience becomes a shield against panic. It transforms fear into focus, and it creates a mindset that thrives under pressure instead of being crushed by it. 7. Instinct for nurturing and care. Women often rise in panic because their instinct to protect and care activates strongly in high-stress moments. This instinct pushes them to take control, maintain stability, and guide others through chaos. When others lose direction, nurturing behavior anchors the environment. It creates clarity. It creates emotional warmth. It reduces panic in the group. This instinct becomes a powerful driving force. It transforms fear into responsibility. It turns uncertainty into purposeful action. It motivates them to keep going even when everything feels unstable. And this protective energy becomes a natural form of leadership that lifts them above panic. 8. Ability to build connection quickly. Connection reduces panic, and women often create emotional connections faster, which helps stabilize groups and situations during stress. This ability to bond quickly creates trust. Trust lowers fear. Fear reduction lowers panic. They build understanding rapidly. They speak with emotional intelligence. They create safe spaces in unsafe moments. This ability makes others calm down instead of fueling chaos. It also strengthens decision-making because people listen to connected leaders. Connection becomes a form of power. It transforms a fearful environment into a cooperative one. And this cooperative energy lifts women into leadership when stress is highest. 9. Strong long-term thinking. Women often think long-term even during panic, while many people fall into short-term emotional reactions. This long-range vision helps them stay rational. It keeps them focused on outcomes rather than overwhelming feelings. They consider consequences before reacting. They weigh options carefully. They avoid unnecessary risk. This strategic thinking becomes extremely valuable when everything feels unstable. It allows them to stay ahead of the situation. It prevents impulsive mistakes. It turns panic into planning, and this ability to see beyond the moment helps them rise when others lose perspective. 10. Adaptability and reframing ability. Women often rise during chaos because they can reframe negative situations and adapt emotionally faster than many men. Reframing means changing how you interpret a stressful moment so it feels manageable rather than terrifying. This skill reduces panic instantly. It allows them to stay flexible mentally. They shift their mindset quickly. They find meaning in difficult situations. They adjust expectations without falling apart. Adaptability becomes a psychological superpower. It keeps panic from taking over. It transforms fear into problem solve. And this emotional flexibility allows them to rise above chaos instead of sinking into it. And as we wrap up this deep dive into why women rise when men panic, remember that strength isn't always loud. It's often quiet, steady, and built from emotional wisdom, patience, and resilience. And if this video opened your eyes to the incredible power hidden in human behavior, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss powerful insights like this, because we're just getting started. The more you understand the way people think, react, and survive, the stronger you become in your own life. And every week we break down topics that challenge your mind, shift your perspective, and help you grow into someone who rises above fear instead of being controlled by it.